I wanted to share with you a really useful tool that I use all the time. I use it for myself when I am feeling, particularly when I'm going into kind of a negative thought pattern, worrying about worst case scenarios, that kind of thing. And I teach this to all my clients. We use it within our coaching a little bit, but my main goal is that I want them to use it outside of coaching because it's amazing. It is EFT, and this version is like a rapid version. It is not touching on all the typical points of EFT. There are more, but this you can do in 30 seconds and it completely shifts you into a new kind of gear, a new mode of thinking. And if we think of our thoughts as habits, habituated patterns, neural pathways in our brain that often like we've done again and again. So if I said if I'm going into that worst case scenario thinking and worrying, like that is a habit pattern, and if I want to break out of that, this is what I do, and it just acts as like a roadblock in that neural pathway. And what else was I going to say? So I used this yesterday. I'm on holiday, but something happened in my other business that was outside of my control, but kind of was a bit stressful for a minute, and I didn't have I couldn't completely solve the problem, but I could solve it enough to a good enough state. But then I was left feeling kind of bummed out, kind of worried about the repercussions of what had happened, and I managed to catch myself in that feeling, and I just decided I don't want to feel like this, or we can choose to feel however we want to feel about anything. If I had wanted to carry on feeling bummed out about it, fine, but in this case I didn't. So I just did one round of this EFT tapping, less than 30 seconds, and I was able to shift out of that pattern. And it doesn't matter how deep you go into a negative habit, negative thought pattern, other than, it's nicer to not go that far, that far down it. So I was kind of 5 minutes into thinking in this way. It could be that I was 5 hours into it and this would still have worked. I might have needed to do a couple more rounds. But even if you're a day into it, this can still be really useful. If you suffer with anxiety, this is such a powerful tool. And I think sometimes the problem with powerful, simple tools is that they're so simple, we kind of forget to do them. I don't know if you've ever had that thing where you have a meditation practice or a breathwork practice, and you do it regularly, and then things are getting better, so we sort of stop doing it. And this is so almost easy, simple. It doesn't mean it's always easy to do in the moment, but I'm going to go through it with you, and then you can hopefully try it yourself and let me know how you get on. So I'm swapping hands because I like to do it with my right hand, but it doesn't really matter. You just take your 3 fingers, or you can take 2 fingers, and first of all you're going to tap on the crown of your head. And you can just copy me as you do this. As I'm tapping on the crown of my head, I say, I release and let it go. And now tapping on my kind of third eye with those 3 fingers, I release and let it go. Tapping on the side of my eye now, I release and let it go. Now underneath my eye, on the bone there, I release and let it go. And now tapping kind of onto the collarbone, you can do a slap, so tapping those kind of two collarbone points. I release and let it go. And the last one, I didn't think this through with this video, grab my wrist with a tapping hand and take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale twice as long. And I already feel like super calm when I do that. I think the more you do something, the more you do a practice, the kind of less it takes for it to take effect. But if I was feeling agitated or cross or upset or worried, and I was done feeling that way, I didn't want to feel it anymore, this is not what I would do, it's what I do. And sometimes I have to go around a couple of times, so on the head, third eye, side of the eye, under the eye, tapping the chest and then grabbing the wrist. And I release and let it go. It's the simplest thing you can say for each of those, and then just inhale and exhale twice as long as you grab the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I shall show you, grab the wrist. 6. Yeah, so next time you are ready to shift out of any negative thought pattern negative feeling that you're done feeling with, try that rapid tapping and see what it feels like. And if it doesn't, as I say, either go through a few times, and that really helps kind of down-regulate your nervous system, calm you down, and then when you have put that kind of blocker into that like thought pattern that you were going into, like the annoyed, pissed off version or the like worry worst case scenario one, then you get to like think, well, how do I want to feel now? In my situation yesterday, I was like, well, how do I want to feel about this, thing that's gone wrong? And the thought that I chose was, it's just not that big of a deal. But yeah, I hope that's useful for you.